I used to think self-discipline was just about forcing yourself to do hard things. Like, no excuses, no breaks, just grind. And yeah, that didn't last long. I'd go hard for a few days, feel burned out, and then fall back into the same old habits. Sound familiar? But over time, I found a few things that actually worked. Not overnight miracles, not life hacks, just simple stuff that made it easier to stick with the things I care about. So, if you're someone who struggles with consistency, whether it's work, fitness, sleep, whatever, this video's for you. Tip 1. Start ridiculously small, like an almost silly small. This one sounds obvious, but I swear most people skip it, including me. I used to try and completely overhaul my life in 1 week. Wake up at 5 a.m., read for an hour, eat clean, work 10 hours straight, meditate, all that. But eventually I realized, the bigger the goal, the more friction there is to start. So I began setting super tiny goals, like 2 push-ups, reading 1 page, writing for 5 minutes. And at first, it felt dumb. But the weird thing is, once I started, I almost always did more. The hardest part was just starting. So if you're waiting for motivation to do the real thing, forget that. Make it so small you literally can't say no. Tip 2. Make your environment work for you. Here's something I didn't realize until much later. Your environment is constantly influencing your behavior, whether you notice it or not. I used to keep snacks all over my desk, my phone next to me while working, and like 10 tabs open. I wasn't lazy, I was just distracted. So I started changing little things. I'd put my phone across the room while I worked. I stopped keeping junk food in the house. I even set my homepage to a to-do list instead of YouTube. These tiny tweaks made it way easier to just stay on track. Discipline doesn't have to be a battle if you stop making it hard for yourself. Tip 3. One simple rule at a time. Something else that helped me, and I'm saying this as someone who's tried every productivity app under the sun, is setting just one non-negotiable rule for myself at a time. I had a phase where I was trying to track 15 habits a day. That lasted about 3 days. Now I go with one rule. For a while it was a no phone in bed. Another time it was don't skip 2 workouts in a row. These rules gave me structure without overwhelming me. The trick is to make them simple and clear, not like be productive, but something you can actually measure. Tip 4. Expect bad days. Plan for them. This one's huge, maybe the most important one. You're gonna have bad days, period. I used to beat myself up when I missed a day or didn't stick to the plan. And honestly, that just made everything worse, because then I'd go into that all or nothing mindset like, welp, I ruined the streak, might as well quit. Now, I plan for those days. I literally have a bare minimum version of everything. If I don't feel like working out, I stretch for 5 minutes. If I can't focus, I just do one task. The point isn't to be perfect. It's to keep the habit alive, even at 10% effort. That's what discipline really is. Not going all in but not checking out completely either. Tip 5. Don't rely on motivation, build systems. Last one, and I wish someone told me this earlier. Motivation is nice, but it's not reliable. It comes and goes. You can't build your life around it. What helped me way more than motivation was having routines like actual systems I follow. For example, I always write after I make coffee. That's the trigger. I don't ask myself if I feel like it. It's just part of the routine now. Same thing with prepping my gym clothes the night before, or keeping my journal next to my toothbrush, so I write in it before bed. Discipline doesn't always look intense. Sometimes it's just having a system that does the work for you. So yeah, no magic formula, no motivational speech. Just real stuff that actually helped me build a little more discipline over time. If you're trying to get more consistent with something, try picking one of these to start with. Just one. Stack more later. And if this video helped at all, maybe give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment. What's something you've been trying to build discipline around lately? All right, catch you in the next one.